Welcome back to another episode here of the Cooldown Room. God. Um, this is the episode here after Talladega. I am actually getting it out, and I did actually race. I raced on my phone while in a car. Yes, I decided to be that stupid. But yeah, so my reaction to this race isn't actually going to be too crazy, I don't think. But we brought on for the fifth episode another Chevy, kind of keeping the rotation as it has been. We got Happy here this week. So with
Hello.
that said, we're gonna let Happy talk here. Obviously, reactions on the race.
Well, I mean, it was just
Oh,
it was your pretty average super like speedway race. Like everybody kept dying every like 3 laps, so it was like kind of expected.
Okay, Dega, your turn.
my turn.
Yep, he's already done.
Hard man of simple words. Okay. Uh, I mean, me personally, I was kind of mixed going into this race weekend because let's be honest, okay? Christmas weekend, ain't nobody showing up, right? No, apparently a lot of people did, and well, the D3 race was, but D1, holy moly, um, I sub for Smile, so there's no like public replay out there unless you watch Otis stream.
Oh yeah,
Thankfully
'cause
he it was
I
thankfully he
didn't.
did stream and everything's all well and everything's good. But oh my goodness, like finally getting back in like my old number, the old 41 that I've been driving for how long, and running away with a P7 after basically avoiding everybody else's messes for like 50 straight laps. Pretty cool. Um, pretty rad, I guess. But yeah, um, something I want to touch on later is just how controversial those races, those finishes, the winners were actually initial winners were. Get to that later, I guess.
Yeah, we can. Um, Even though I just said I was at the race, my reaction is still a little skewed because, again, I'm on mobile. I could only see so much and, like, do so much. But from what I was able to do, I also had no audio either. I couldn't hear a thing. So I had no clue if someone wrecked or anything. So, from my point of view, it went a little better than I expected as a whole for the race. There were a lot less, like, big ones than I thought there were. A lot of them were just a lot of the wrecks were like two car wrecks, and it was pretty easy to merge unless you were me because fuck the mobile controls. Um, but yeah, from my point of view, the race went a lot better than I thought. Was kind of weird that we shortened the race. I don't know why we needed to. At the time, it felt like we weren't running crazy behind because we weren't throwing cautions for literally every wreck.
Well, I mean,
But it got shortened by
uh,
10 laps. Wasn't a
to
huge
to
thing.
be honest, to be honest, I think the main reason why was the fact that I mean, first of all, we just came off the backs of the Coke 600, and I think everyone collectively kind of agreed, at least on the TNR side, the Ford side, the Ford camp, ain't nobody want to run this race for 79 whole laps and have to endure this thing until what, Five Mountain or something like that. Like by the time the race ended, and mind you, we had to do overtime restarts.
Granted, it
Uh,
was only two, but
it was only two, but think about this, okay? We had Iron have to selfishly use the bathroom in the middle of a race. Like road racing is life, okay? Piss in your pants, okay? I don't care what kind of medical fallacy such as pooping or pissing you have to do. Just do it in your race suit. For goodness sake. We had to wait, like I counted, that was 15 minutes of just sitting there waiting. red flag the race. No wonder why people wanted to just end this thing like 10 laps early. Nobody wants to stay here late into dinner time.
Yeah, no, I was in the Doge VC and he left for like what felt like a eternity, and everybody in at least in the Doge VC was not that happy. Everyone was trying to get this started, but obviously our wonderful host just decided to wait. So
I mean, when the guy who's AFK is like what, starting in fourth during that or whatever, like near the middle, it's gonna be a little bit of a problem, right? But oh my goodness, having to wait. And then I don't want to blame, the Doge camp too much, but like, guys, do what you have to do
Before.
before the race. Okay? Okay? And it's not just a Toyota side thing either. I mean, like I've seen like, and this goes back many weeks now. Blues had to AFK a little bit to do stuff, especially in D2 recent and the last few opening races or whatever. Queso on record had to go feed his cat in the middle of a race, so he had to stop for a bit. I really don't know though. It's do, do what you have to do beforehand, not in the middle, because like there's other people that have to do other things, right? You don't want to dampen or hamper on their precious time. I mean, time is precious, but time is also money. So
Yeah, and I was a part of the problem in this race. There was sort of late race, part of the race. I had to go AFK for like a good 5 minutes or so, and that caused people, and they were gonna go, then I joined back and all that. It just caused delays, which
oh
makes
yeah,
sense for all that.
yeah. Well, in case you guys haven't noticed, he's already said like 3 times already, but he's on mobile, right? He was racing on mobile that day. Okay, so it was like what, lap like 29 to go ish. It was like final two stages, somewhere in between, and it was one of those red flags. And Oda said RSG and then fell for his own trick. And I don't know what happened, but Bielog just went, and everyone's just like laughing their asses off as he's like running down the entire track, and he puts in chat, why am I backstretched? And I'm like, oh my
Yeah,
god, I
so
don't know if he either
what happened
I don't
there
know if he
actually? Like
crashed the
what happened
car.
there?
backstory on this. I set my phone down on a table, face up, to go do something for a minute. I come back to my phone, and I was driving full speed on the backstretch. Like, I don't know what was
That is
happening.
a
Nobody
issue
went near my
that
phone.
is
I have zero clue what happened.
Well, I
no,
think I think what
I can probably
I
explain what happened because I race on a iPhone 13. That is a issue for me as well. Sometimes if I'm not even in like, sometimes I'm in like a normal racing game, like just Daytona or something like that, and like my car
like
just
it just
decides
goes.
to, yeah, it just goes. So like that's a issue just because the mobile controls are actually not the
All right.
greatest.
Mhm.
So I would assume that's what happened. If not, I don't really know.
Yeah, and well,
But
there
that's a
was
issue that
there was another time during the race, and it was one of the times like I was merging. My throttle just got
Oh, I'm a
stuck.
bit gassy today. Sorry, guys. Oh, oopsie.
Huh?
I hate when the throttle gets stuck. Yeah, I saw. I was in the pack actually, and then King was not really happy that you just
It
merged in
was
front of
the
like kick
last
him
time
out.
it was
But
coming down the backstretch going into three.
Oh
My
man.
throttle got stuck
Oh
for
man.
some reason, and like I tried braking everything I could, and the car didn't decide to brake until I got into three, like on the track, so I just stopped right in front of literally everybody.
I think most
it's
of most of the TNR guys, because I can speak for the TNR guys, because obviously I was there. But I don't know about the Doge camp. Have to look at Oda's replay, or Happy can double be my witness here. But I think it was like, oh my goodness, coming to 9 laps to go. I'm not really sure, but it was one of those like everyone's back in the pack except you. except yours truly over here. He's trying to merge, and that's the lap when King is trying to like find a way around an oncoming 7-Eleven car that's about to LePage the field, and then proceeds to LePage the entire field. Like I thought the last guy who drove the 14 was bad on mobile, but we should never let you drive on mobile ever again because what was that? My God.
Yeah. Well, the last the last like 10 laps I was in a car as well, so
You probably
I
crashed
I
it
I
too. That's what
had
Rover was joking
I
about.
had very little internet signal when I was doing that.
Oh yeah,
So,
ECR team owner by the way.
shush. But yeah, had very minimal. There was at one point I froze for a good lap entirely.
Yeah, you did, and I can confirm that you did do gymnastics pirouettes through the infield,
Hmm. All right.
Oh
like
yeah, I remember that.
Good to know.
like for backhand springs and all that, like freaking combo that gives you a perfect score in the Olympics or whatever. Yeah, in a car, mind you. So, um, you know, next time, just sit this one out. Just sit out after a stage. Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Okay,
mm.
good.
But at that time I was still at a house with internet and could perform. So,
Uh huh. Yeah.
Why? Wait. Why? Were you on a phone in the first place, or am I Ed and I just did not see the reason?
I was out of town on Saturday. That was it.
Oh, all right, never mind.
All right.
Yeah. No. Well,
Oh, never mind.
Christmas weekend's always like that. So you thought it was good. You thought you're moving to the next section. No, no,
All
no.
right. So for
No, no,
this
no.
next.
No, no, no. Christmas is over. No more belt to
Oh
crack
my
areas.
god.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I missed the NASCAR Euro Cup Series. Tanuki's one of many sponsors areas. Yo, Smile wins at Sonoma. Smile wins at Sonoma.
What? No,
Smile.
that's
Shut
not
up.
even the next section,
I
dumbass.
don't care. I don't care. Smile is winning at Sonoma. I'm saying it right now. Okay. If the Lakers don't, Smile will. Okay.
Yeah, now Smile's going to probably dominate Sonoma.
Bro,
Okay.
guys, leave that for
Whatever.
like
It's
10
going.
minutes from now.
I don't
Okay, okay.
care.
All right, since you guys are getting off topic, we're going to the next section. Who is your
ECR team owner, by the
surprising
way.
or unsurprising, like surprising in a good or bad way driver of the weekend? Happy first.
Um, I'd probably go with Colonel because Colonel, she actually didn't do that bad at Talladega. She led 30 some laps. I don't know
Yep, I can
how
confirm
much
that.
she led, but she said that it was her best D1 race, and I could see it, or at least and also hear it in like the Doge VC. She was up front like lot of the race. In the Doge VC, if she caused like an incident, she would like just like not say anything. It's like I don't know what's on there, but like she was up front for like a lot of the race, unless if she got taken out in a wreck. Probably not of her wrongdoing, but yeah, that's my surprise for the week.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna spare B-Log from saying that he was surprisingly bad, because mobile's mobile. You know who was surprisingly bad in my professional opinion of what the 4-ish years I've done road racing? Ray J Lovett. He went from mobile to laptop. Now everyone thought, oh yeah, this is gonna be an improvement. No, no, bro was the reason why I wrecked early in the race, and there were two packs. There were two packs in the first stage of this race. The first pack was full of all the front runners that all don't care about each other, and they're running each other off the road. The back pack was just trying to just catch up, but it's not working because King Electronics is in the lead of that backpack, and nobody can connect bumpers with him. Okay, and Ray, I had the misfortune of being the pushed. He was the pusher, I was the pushed, okay? And um gosh, I mean, it's I have to say, new game,
Valid question
new
is how
device.
does he still how does Ray still have a ride in D1
I
after
Kaz is
don't
not
super.
know.
racing for like 500 centuries? How does he have a ride in
I
D1?
I I
Kaz.
don't know. I don't really know anymore. Well, Kaz, yeah,
Kaz not
obviously,
knowing
but
NRA lore.
oh my god. See, here's a lore dump for you folks out there. Ray used to be the original driver of the 14. In fact, he was the first. Okay. If you paid attention to the Kahoot, that we did for the fun event, mostly the drivers that did it, you'll know that the 14 was actually the second number of the current NRA, like the second oldest number of the NRA. 41 came out first, and then, well, 5 came
No, 5
first,
came
and then
out first.
41, so 14. So it was, so technically the third, but it's an old storied number, okay? And basically, Ray took that seat and made it his own for 5 seasons, 5 whole seasons. Just me, him, Iron in the 4, Sammy in the 10. That was, the god awful TNR lineup back in the old early days. Lord have mercy. Thank the Lord that's not the case anymore. It might be soon, but um, he kind of is a local legend in NRA. I mean, he, when you win a championship, like he is a season 2 champion, so he kind of was, one of the, I'd say, goats. Not anymore, because as we can see, just because you won a championship, and this applies to everyone, even myself, especially myself, just because you win a championship in the early days does not mean that you're good anymore. I mean, um, that's kind of been the thing. Happy's never won a championship, though. I'm still waiting for that to happen.
Happy's
Uh,
is.
Sorry, Ray, see, like that probably is never going to happen. Unless
well,
if I
okay.
somehow win
Well,
D3,
if we
that's
put
very
you in the
unlikely. But
no,
like,
listen,
No,
if
it's
we
not.
put you in the 5, if we put you in the 5, and then we give you Napa as a sponsor, you have a chance. Okay? Season 5 was the closest you'll ever get. Okay? And I made that scheme. Okay? So, like, just politely tell King that Napa isn't paying King anymore. They're paying Happy more. They're paying yourself more. Might as well, right? But 14, since I am rambling, tangenting about this, um, in season 5, end of season 5, coming to season 6, the great reboot, as all the old heads call it, which was when everybody like B Dog, Red Fawn King, Smile, Oda,
That was
all
season
those like
6.
new guys, yeah, were coming in. So I said end of season 5, bro.
Oh,
Bro,
sorry. I only heard season 5.
me win,
It's
me win
late.
lore. Okay,
Me win late.
but yeah, me win late. But Ray decides one day, I don't want to race for you anymore. Tells that straight to my face, and I was offended actually. Um, and he makes his own team. He hires Spanky G. That's something
Mhm.
only old heads know too. Um,
yeah,
and well, his team never took off. It was supposed to be a DEI inspired team, Dylan Hurt Incorporated, not the other one. Merry Christmas, and it didn't take off at all. It completely fell flat. Nobody showed up. He didn't even show up. And well, of course, in what, February, very early February of that year, out with Ray and with B Dog. Rest is history.
Eventually.
But
Yep.
he had a collapse, like an absolute like season, like career collapse after that. And I think the tipping point was that Daytona race that I
Yeah.
um,
no,
flat out
well, yeah,
wrecked him. I flat out wrecked him. He was about to win. I was in second. I said, you know what? You left my team. You don't deserve to win. I don't deserve to win either. So we're both getting taken out. I take him out. He finishes one position ahead of me. Second to last, by the way. I finished last, unfortunately. And you know, we never heard from him again. Now we all of a sudden he's having this career resurgence. I guess thanks to Kaz, but it's not working because he signed on. Okay, And there's a rule in the rule book that says you have to race. If you want to keep your seat in any team, no matter what team it is, you have to be active. And he hasn't done any of that since the season began, all the way in what,
Season 4.
like late, like Halloween, basically. Yeah. Um, and it's like, what, right? So to see him race at Talladega, everyone thought, yeah, he's gonna be good. Nope, nope.
I didn't.
Left after stage one, couldn't take it anymore, I guess. But I mean, it sucks to be Ray, honestly, in that kind of situation.
I can finally
He
talk.
was so
Yay.
inactive
Oh, never mind.
that I didn't even know he had a D1 ride.
Yeah, me too. I didn't know that either. I thought he was just, you know, quietly retired. Right? No, apparently not.
Took him off
Apparently,
the points
he just
anyways.
decided to show up. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it don't even matter.
Hmm.
Alright, I think I can finally talk. Daya, I don't care what you say about, like, me. I'm going to say myself because nobody understands, like, how... Oh, fuck, I left the game. Whatever, um, crap, I
Oh,
already lost my train of thought.
bombaras that.
But
Oh my
being on
god.
mobile, it sucks
Um,
because there's all sorts of bugs that are gonna come after you, all that stuff. And, somehow, I got a P2, a P6, and what, P4, P3 on
P3
on
to end the
someone that
race. Yeah.
um decides to drive on PC all the time and then decides, "Oh, let's drive on mobile for once." Somehow gets a P3 or a P2, P6, P3. It just doesn't happen a lot outside of my couple of mishaps. I drove possibly as well as you could for a mobile driver.
I think we
I
have to put a
mean,
curve on that though, because this is a super speedway we're talking about. Put you on a road course, see what happens. Watch, you'll
Well,
just drop
yes,
like a
I
rock.
know, but still,
I
never
mean,
drive on
to be
mobile,
fair,
and to be able to stay up in the pack for the most of the time and not wreck a lot, and even save it a couple times. I mean, it
you did drive pretty well for. I don't know if you ever raced on your phone. I have no idea, but
nope.
I would assume is your first time on a phone. You did pretty well. Um, Granted, it's a super speedway. All you gotta do is hold the gas and turn left. Unless if you're trying to save me and you gotta turn all sorts of directions and there's gonna be bugs. But like you did pretty well for um the race.
Yeah, coming from the OG mobile player over here too. So I think you should take that as a compliment, bud.
I very much
But
am.
I have to agree. Yeah, you like okay, a P3 is nothing to, you know, gloss over, especially at a super speedway. I mean, like if you were in P3, if you're top 3, that means you're in prime position to win. Okay, you didn't go the distance, but you were there. You were in that conversation of, maybe he might do it, maybe he might not. But what I wanna really touch on with this is Happy almost won this race, guys. Happy was in P2. Okay? He was in P2. Okay, I'm not allowed to say this, but I will. In
Are we
Mod
gonna go
VC
out on
that we
another
have in
rant?
NRA, I had a full-on blown-out rant that Happy didn't win. Okay, Happy didn't
Can
win. I was
confirm.
so mad about it, and it was 5 hours because I was gone for like God knows how long. I come back, I'm watching all this stream, and I'm seeing all this frustration about like, oh my goodness, we have a guy who literally said a no-no word in call directed towards somebody else, get fired, quote unquote, think about his choices, then proceeds to sub for a driver who is literally a non-factor to make it into the playoffs at this rate, considering how the rest of the regular season is shaping up to be, and considering the tracks that are coming up next, win for him, and at the same time, okay, as all of this is happening, Happy Noob 2706, okay, full name, gets turned on the backstretch because my team got greedy. Like, this is this is fun. I love my team. I love my team, guys. This is the best team in NRA. Okay, like do not tell me what to do. It's the best team in NRA. Okay. Oh my god.
Alright, so with Dega, I think being done ranting here, we're gonna go off to our race predictions next week. And actually, wait, no, it wouldn't be race predictions. It's actually going to be in-season predictions first, and then winning predictions. Um, Basically how this works, we did it last week. You pick one of the in-season challenge races to predict and hope you're right. So, Happy, choose one of the matchups. You got me versus Iron. Ooh, hold on. I don't remember. Hold on, I'll just look it up. It's not that hard to find.
Oh, while he's
All
doing
right.
that, I'll just let y'all know
You
that
got
my
oh,
bracket's busted, so I'm not gonna say anything about it
mine's not.
because clearly I'm not good.
By the way, I changed my bracket
mine.
from what I said on video, just so you guys know.
I don't think mine is. I don't think mine is busted, right? Is
If
mine?
you had
No, okay, no,
changed
sorry,
it,
that's
then
my
it's
one.
not, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I changed it.
The four
So
matchups are Iron Me, Blue Tanuki, Oda vs Colonel, Happy vs King.
I don't know.
I will. Let's get the obvious out of the way. I'm not going to survive round two. I will say this with a like. I think everybody probably knows that I suck at road courses. Unless if King doesn't show up and I show up, I don't think I'm gonna get through. So I think King is going to advance into round three. Um, but unless if he doesn't show up and I show up, which is very unlikely because I probably won't show up to Sonoma because I have something to do that Saturday. Um, he'll probably advance into round three pressure free.
Oh, ye of little faith. I think Happy's gonna go the distance.
No,
Just watch,
choose a
watch.
different one.
Somehow
Choose a
King's
different one. What, you gonna say
no, because
Rose beats Oda?
no,
Wait, actually.
think about it, think about it, think about it. Okay, King of Tronics, if you remember at Coda, if my personal experience with him at Coda, okay, he literally sold the final corner of the final lap
To
and
the
took
old
an
guy.
additional 13 seconds to get across the line, okay? Now, if Happy is 13 seconds behind King and King fumbles it at turn 11 or even better, somehow manages to get perched up on the wall like Tony Stewart, oh my god. Oh my god, this is going to be the absolute upset of a century in NRA history. But in my professional opinion, yeah, Happy's not making it, so okay, whatever. Sorry, bud.
Even if I do surprisingly beat King for who knows what, I have to go against B Dog because B Dog is most likely going to be Iron. I don't I don't even know what track it is.
I'm not too
Um,
sure about that because as much as I love B-Dog and how great he is at road course racing, Iron is good at MWRT. So now it's a question of who is going to, perform better. Iron, we saw at Coda, was able to compete, but he wasn't able to dominate. Okay? He wasn't able to really, get that car to the front consistently and, lead laps. He was there, though, to really put a hammer in the operations of, a TNR dominance at Coda. So I don't know. We're going to another road course. I think B-Dog's gonna get the edge, but watch out for Iron because he has a chance. But I think coming up to Sonoma, B-Dog's getting it unless I'm
Yeah,
on
I would have to
something else.
agree with that, but whatever the case may be, I think probably B Dog is going to win the entire thing. I'm gonna say it right now.
You're that confident?
Wow.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
I'm not that confident.
We're going to Sonoma next week, right? I'm not talking out of my
Yes, we're
ass.
going to Sonoma.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm glad you guys started talking about my matchup, so I didn't have to save myself and look like a dick. So I'm gonna go over to the next most competitive one, and it's gonna be Oda versus Rose. I'm gonna use the Coda example, just like kind of Dega did with Iron as well.
Oh,
When
me
we
with
went to
zero
Coda,
neutrality.
Rose was actually faster than Oda for good parts of the race. But Rose had a trainer the entire week, and Oda, for the life of him, couldn't figure a thing out on Coda. We're going to Sonoma, which is a very well-known NASCAR road course, and I see no way where Colonel is going to be straight up faster when she doesn't have any trainer at the moment, and it's a track Oda knows, like legitimately. That I just don't see it happening. I'm gonna have to say Oda to move on, which is going to be big for him because the next round is definitely a track he can be good at.
Absolutely.
What is the trick for round 3?
Her.
Pocono, the tricky triangle.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Pocono. Okay, it's a great track, but I don't know. It doesn't drive like Indy, as far as I'm aware. It doesn't drive like Indy, so I wanna wait until people get on the Pocono track and actually try it out, and then take a good look at the race times, the lap times, and see, okay, who's faster, who's slower. Then I'll make my educated guess. But Sonoma is always the safe bet here. It's a road course, and when you look at road courses, you can tell who has the racecraft. You might have the car, but who has the better skills, the better finesse on the track. So yeah, 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 totally, yeah.
Mhm. All right. Now on to the final section. It's more predictions. It's predicting the race winner for next week at Sonoma. We've already heard a couple predictions. But we're gonna continue on like we didn't hear any earlier. So, Happy again. State your race winner. Can explain if you want.
Smile, kind of obvious reasons why. He's cracked at road courses. Um, yeah, like there's like no explanation needed.
I mean, uh, I also want to say Smile um has a good chance to win, but I haven't seen him practice at all. And you know, he wasn't there for the D2 Sonoma race last season, so I don't know if he has a chance to compete. I think B Dog actually. I said Smile wins Sonoma. I actually think B Dog has a chance here, considering that he literally curb stomped the field at D2 Sonoma last season, stopping for the 38. Um, 36. I don't even know what number it was.
It was
It's one
38.
of the
I filled
numbers.
in for Smile fittingly.
Yeah, and absolutely curb stomped with over a 15-second lead to P2, which says a lot. But you never know. Sonoma is not Coda. Sonoma is not the, you know, straight. Okay, turn. Okay, turn. Okay, another long straight. Okay, the S's. Okay, straight again. Right. Sonoma is, in my opinion, much more technical and much more tighter. obviously it's tighter, but I think it's a lot more technical. You're running at lower speeds. There's more chances for you to make mistakes everywhere. But if consistency is king and George Russell is right, I think B-Dog will go the distance over Smile and win in Sonoma.
I'm glad someone else said me before I decided to say me so I don't look like an absolute dick. But yes, I'm going to say myself. And yes, my main reason is going to be the D2 race last season. How I know Smile is good at road courses, but at the same time, Coda is an F1 track. It's a track that man has known for all of his life as an F1 fan for him growing up. He knows that track like the back of his hand. He Everybody had a very good feeling he was going to just absolutely smoke the field. Now we go to, like I described earlier, a NASCAR stapled road course, and that's where I think I'll have a much better edge. Smile has barely ever raced this track, if at all. And just like Dega pointed out earlier, he has not touched that track yet to practice. Meanwhile, you had me and Iron and other people. I was still the fastest driver by far when doing practices. Yes, Tanuki was faster than me in one practice session, then I one-upped him in a different practice session a different day.
I will
But
say
yeah,
though, I
when
will
you
say
win by 50 seconds without pit strategy, it's hard not to convince people that that person's not going to win again.
yeah, absolutely. But you also have to remember this very important factor, at least with the D2 race. Who are you going up against? Rover? Iron? What are they going to do? Nothing,
Well,
actually.
see, you had both Iron and Tanuki in that race, and both right now are considered front runners at road courses. If you've watched Coda, they were the other two that were in the top three most of the race. And then
Hmm.
I squeaked in every once in a while, and then got P3 in the race. But you had them quitting because I got a 10-second lead within like 3 laps.
Yeah,
It,
absolutely.
and it was in
And
the playoffs. For them to just quit, especially in the playoffs, it's got
That
to
says
cause a
something.
lot. Yeah.
it does really. And like again, especially in the playoffs, especially on races where like, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It was. I don't think Sonoma was a cutoff race,
It
was it? I
was.
feel like
It
it
was a
was a
cutoff
cutoff race.
race.
It was a cutoff race, and that was so interesting because when I watched the replay of it, not publicly out yet, yet keyword yet, um,
Ooh.
when I watched that replay, only 5 people really showed up. By the end of it, only 3 people finished the race. That that was kind of an eye opener, in my opinion, which might have favored why playoffs changed entirely, right? No more winning. You're in the everyone who Queso you won the last race. Kank, you won the last one. They had no obligation to show up. It didn't matter if they showed up, so it didn't really affect them too much. And I know Hank was very vocal about it. I'm not good at Sonoma. I'm not going to risk it. I don't want to get someone. Um, I don't want to catch someone in a bad mood, right? If you wreck someone, it's kind of a huge deal now. But oh my goodness, I don't know. I use the Sonoma argument. I feel it's a good argument, but at the same time, I feel it's also weak because there was not a lot of people to really do a litmus test and see, okay, who's good at Sonoma? You, not you, right? So, no, I don't know. But I'm gonna stay confident on that B-Dog answer. He's winning because, quite frankly, he's due for a win next week. Like, actually, one win on the season too. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it was a fuel strategy
We need another
win.
one.
I have
Yeah.
not won on raw speed really yet all season.
Yeah. So I think it's time. I think it's definitely time.
It's gonna come in the near future for sure.
Coming next week, actually. Hopefully,
Yeah,
it's
I
happening next
better
year.
get a
It's
race.
happening next year. It's happening next
Shut
year.
up. I don't. This is being recorded before New Year's. I have no clue if this will be out before New Year's or not.
It'll be fine.
I'm
This should age
hoping
You have
it'll
well.
be out.
you have 3 days to pump
I
this
know.
40 long minute video out, bro.
See, but I don't have much time
Hopefully
during
editing.
those whatever days.
Exactly.
So it looks like this is going to come out after 20. Oh my god, after 2025. So in 2026.
Yeah.
Have fun. It's not winning until 2027 then. Oopsie.
Oh, what? What? I'm gonna be
Pump that video
retired by
out.
then, huh?
Oh well. Womp womp.
Alright, well, that's the final segment. It's past 10 o'clock Eastern. I want to go to bed so I can work tomorrow. Yes, that's a weird statement for
We
a
actually
kid.
have live people.
Yes. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of episode 5 here with Happy. We will see you next week in the new year after the Sonoma race. Bye.
New year, new me, guys. I'm just kidding.